Hey guys, it's Jess coming at you for week 2 of Couch Confessions. And as you can see, I am flying totally Han Solo tonight. So get ready because you're going to get a whole lot of me. So before we get to this week's questions, I wanted to congratulate everybody on a huge week. We hit some benchmark WODs and we had a ton of people break their PRs for some of these workouts. And we also had a lot of people set their first time scores for some of these workouts. So congratulations to everybody. It was an awesome, awesome week. So our first question comes from our dear friend Jen Corneli of the 5:30 a.m. class, and she asked a really great question, and I think a lot of people will benefit from hearing this answer. She asked, how often should she practice a skill before it becomes counterproductive? So I got a little help from Coach Alex, and he is going to answer the first question from Jen.
Hey guys, it's Alex with CrossFit TPA, helping out Coach Jess and Coach Sarah on Couch Confessions. And so the question that we have is from Jen Corneli, and it is, how often should you be practicing a skill such as handstand push-ups, and can you practice it too much to the point where it's counterproductive? So first and foremost, yes, you can over-practice a skill like handstand push-ups or anything with gymnastics or even Olympic lifting to the point where it's counterproductive, okay? Here's how we avoid it being counterproductive. What I want you to do is give yourself a set amount of repetitions, okay, and also a set amount of time to get your work done. And you want to complete that at the freshest point of your workout, at the freshest point of your day, where you've hit a dynamic warm-up, you've hit your accessory work, and you can dedicate the most amount of energy and concentration to learning that or practicing that skill, okay? So now let's take, for instance, muscle-ups. Let's take muscle-ups and say we want to get 30 total repetitions of muscle-ups. Awesome, that's called our volume. 30 is the total amount of repetitions, and now let's put a time domain on it. Let's put 10 minutes or less. So what we can do is we can break that up, 10 minutes or less, 30 total repetitions of that exercise once a week, and you can practice that to get more proficient. 10 sets of 3 becomes then 7 sets of 4, which then becomes 6 sets of 5. All right, hope that helps, guys. And if any more questions, just come and ask.
All right, guys, the second question that we got this week was from Kelly Flew of the morning class. So Kelly asked about cooking and more specifically meal prep. Kelly is a busy woman. She is a nurse. She has a lot of mouths to feed, and she comes in here and she busts her butt. So her question was, how could she make what she was eating more exciting? How could she spice it up a little bit? So Kelly, my suggestion to you would be first and foremost to cook your protein, ground turkey, ground beef, chicken, steaks, whatever you're going to eat. Cook it in big batches and cook it plain. And here's why. More specifically, I'm talking about chicken. So I like to cook chicken in a crock pot. I'll lay 5 or 6 chicken breasts down at the bottom with a little bit of chicken stock, salt and pepper, maybe a little garlic powder, and then I'll let it cook. Whenever it's done, I'll get in there and shred it up, put it in Tupperware, stick it right in the fridge. So now I have my protein, the main source of your meal is done and ready to be eaten and accompanied by, whatever else you decide to eat at that point in time, vegetables, rice, sweet potatoes, whatever you want. So whenever you are ready to make a meal or to pack yourself a lunch to take to work, you take it out, and I like to use fresh herbs. So cilantro, basil, rosemary, thyme, parsley, whatever it is that you like. I like to have fresh herbs on hand so then that way I can spice up my boring ass chicken and make it go with whatever else it is that I'm going to eat. I also like to use salsa. I use a lot of mustards and hot sauce. So then that way you have your protein and it's done and it's cooked, and you just have to spice it up from there, like I said, to go with whatever it is that you are going to cook. I hope that helps. If you have any more questions specifically or you want to talk more about it, you can feel free to grab one of us. I know that there are a lot of awesome cooks here at CrossFit TPA, particularly Megan Breedlove Morris, who posts some awesome videos on Facebook. She is a Pampered Chef consultant and a very awesome cook, and she sells some awesome products, including spices. So if you want to talk to somebody, I'd talk to that chick. Her kids are better chefs than I am, for sure. So talk to her if you have any more questions. So the final question that we got this week was an awesome question, and it was from Jocelyn White. And Jocelyn asked if you could pick 3 males and 3 females from this year's CrossFit Games to form a super team, who would you pick? So the stipulations to this question are that they had to be individual competitors and they had to have qualified for this past year's CrossFit Games. So No Froning, because he was on a team. No Dan Bailey, because he obviously didn't make the games. And sadly, and the reason why I didn't answer this question myself was because there was no Brooke Ends. Because Brooke Ends is my favorite, and I feel like if we met in real life, we would definitely be best friends. So I got a little help from a bunch of our friends here from the night class, and we got some really good answers. Check it out.
Frazier, Olsen, Bridges, and for the females, Sigmund's daughter, David's daughter.
My three choices for guys and girls would be Ben Smith, Matt Frazier, Fikowski. Girls would be both the daughters from Iceland, not Annie. I don't know how to pronounce the other two. And then thrown in a wild card, Camille LeBlanc-Bazinet, because she's a freak with her gymnastics.
Male picks, Travis Williams, Jacob Hepner, and the one and only Brent Fikowski. Female picks, Brooke Wells, Sam Briggs, and the one and only Cara Webb.
So my three girls are the daughters, Annie, Sarah, and Katrin. Alternate would be Brooke Wells. And then my dudes are Sam Dancer, because he's beast, Smith, Olsen, because he's hot, and my alternate is Scott Mitchell.
Girls, Sarah Sigmund's daughter, Brooke Wells, Cara Webb. Guys, Matt Frazier, Patrick Vellner, Alex Anderson, and then I'll take that Sean Sweeney, the CrossFit Cowboy, for something else.
So the last thing that we are going to do for our couch confessional this week is actually something really fun. We are going to start playing a game called CrossFit TPA Guess Who. So we are going to collect every week 3 random, very random facts from one of our CrossFit TPA members here, and we are going to post the random facts, and then you guys are going to have to guess who it is. So the first person to correctly guess who our CrossFit Guess Who member of the week is gets a free Fit Aid or RX bar, your choice, one or the other, not both, from Moi and Sarah. I'm actually going to make Sarah pay for it this week because you can see she ain't here. So you get a free RX bar or Fit Aid on Sarah Campbell. So without any further ado, here is this week's Guess Who. So just as a recap, fact number 1, this person starred in their high school musical production of Man of La Mancha. Fact number 2, this person is a certified scuba diver. And fact number 3, this person worked as a carpenter for several years before getting into their current profession. So super random, super obscure. Give it your best guess. Let's see if anybody can get it right. So that's it, guys, for week number 2. If you have any questions, you know where to find us, and we'll catch you next week.